Okay, guys, Assalamu alaikum. Uh, Today I'm going to show you how we can implement e-invoicing for NRS, Nigeria Revenue Services, or also called before FIRS, Federal Reserve Revenue Services. So I have a client who want to integrate e-invoicing. So today I'm going to um, implement e-invoicing for him. Okay, so let's start. So for now I wanna show you. Okay, uh, here today this is ABI Air Travels Nigeria Limited, and we are going to implement um, invoicing for them. So let's start. Okay, let me put it to one side. Okay, so you can see that this is the URL for them, and I'm going to implement this for this company. And let me reload. Okay, so if I go to my account on the e-invoice, I can see that their business name. Okay, so let me first add their company name here. Okay, this is the name, and let me start complete. Okay, it will take a little time to complete. So here is the ERP next, and I'm going to here now. It's like, if I show you what's this is framework, ERP next, and Nigeria compliance. I have installed it, so I can show you here. Okay, so here the air ABI Air Travels. So I'm going to update the app. Okay, so um, here I have installed it. So now you can see, if I reload, if I go to accounting, go to company, okay, okay, so now I'm going to add all the information here. Okay, for the company we are going to implement invoicing. So the business name is this, I'm copying, I'm just pasting it there. This is the business name. No, okay. And this is the phone number. So before the phone number, let me search on, okay, I don't need to search, the +243 +234 okay. So after that, their email is this is their email. Okay, let me make it small. Okay, and their tax ID, this is their tax ID, tax information. So if I go to save, I need to add this information. Okay, here this is here, and this is in this tab. So now I'm going to add API integration. If I go to API integration, I will see base. This is the base URL, so I will paste it there, and this is the report base URL. This is not for now, and this is the entity ID. This is the entity ID, and this is the business ID. Okay, this is the business ID, and this is the API key. Okay, this is the API key, and this is the API secret. Okay, and this is your IRN template. This is your service code. Now hit save. So mostly this company may be for B2B and B2C both. Okay, okay, so you can see that when you select the B2C, you need to add the cryptographic key, right? So if I go there, no cryptographic key is here. So let me ask my business partner for this information. Okay, so for now we are going to add all the invoice types and this data from Nigeria server, Nigerian Revenue Services. So let me, if I click the invoice type, so it will fetch the all invoice types, currency lists. We need to fetch the currency list and country list, VAT exemptions list, get payment method list, product code, service code, tax category and state list, local government, all these. So this is the currency list is being fetched. Okay, 118 records updated. Let's fetch currency country list. 249 records updated successfully. Get exemption VAT exemptions list. So 236 updated. Payment methods. So 12 payment methods and product codes. Okay, 5,612 records updated. Let's fetch service records. Now tax category, state list and local government list. Okay, so after getting all of this, now we need to add the cryptographic key. So we need to fill up this information. Okay, we gonna update the cryptographic key later. We need to just import the key here and everything will be fine. So for now we can add, like, let's say for now, and we need to add the customer and a supplier. So let's start a customer. Okay, before adding the customer, we need to add the address for the company. Okay, so I am waiting to get the addresses from my client, so I'm skipping it now. For now I will add it later. So for now let's go to customer list, adding customer. So here we have some customers, dummy customers provided by NRS for test or test purpose. So I will check them. Okay, he is our dummy customer provided by NRS. So, and we will add the address later, but we can hit save now. So see, I added this customer as very simple, as like we do in ERP Next. But when you go, you will see something NRS additional info. If you go there, you will see that is your customer B2B customer or B2C customer. Okay, so according to NRS, the tax, email and phone number, these three fields, tax, email and phone number, is required for B2B customer. So when I click here, you will see that this information is required, tax information and email for telephone number is required for B2B customer. So, and I cannot select both as B2B or B2C. It can be one at a moment. Okay, so for now, as he has all the tax information and email and phone number, so I am going to add them. If I select the B2B customer, if I hit save, it will show, okay, mandatory fields in customer, TIN, email, phone number. If I select is as B2C, then I can hit save, no issues. Okay, so if I hit B2B, if I enable B2B customer, then this is not going to save without email, phone number and tax info. So for B2B customer, I'm going to add TIN and I'm going to adding dummy information provided by NRS. Okay, Now I hit save. Okay, address is required for B2B customer. So for now, so address is required. Okay. So I'm not given address yet, so I go to address. So for this customer, NRS given this address, so this is our customer, so this is I keep it as title. So I do as this is the street name, this is the city of the business, and this is the local government code. Okay, this is the local government code, and this is the postal code for the business, and this is the FIRS state. This is the FIRS state for the customer, and everything as remains as it is. Okay, if I hit save. Okay, okay, so everything looks good. So now if I enable, then I save. So this is your B2B customer. So you have to remember, for your B2B customer, B2B, you need email, you need telephone, you need text, and you need the address. Okay, so this is mandatory, but for B2C this is not mandatory. This is for retailers, the super shops, the shop, or the retailers who sell to retail customer directly, but this is business to business, so this information must have. Okay, and I also need to add a supplier. Okay, let me go to supplier. Okay, so supplier, as customer I have a supplier provided by I have supplier provided by Nigerian Revenue Service, and I hit save. Okay, the supplier is saved. But when I made the supplier as B2B, then email, telephone, tax, and addresses, this information is required. So let me start to given this information. Okay, and this is the tax ID. Save. It's showing the address is required for B2B supplier. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that address is always required for B2B businesses. Okay, as this is my address title, I keep it as my supplier name, and his street name is this, and the supplier business is located to this city, and this is the postal code of the supplier business, and this is the code of local government, and this is his state, and everything remains as it is. So now if I enable this is a B2B supplier, then it's okay to save. So for now we need to if I have added the customer, now I can add a customer for B2C. Okay, for B2C, say test customer for example, or B2C customer. For example, I hit save and I go to additional information and I add B2C. I hit save. Okay, so now this customer is B2C customer. Okay, so we have two customers. Okay, for now I have added a dummy to test the system. I have added a dummy info for local government and the state, because my friend is a little bit busy. He cannot answer now, so I'm just creating the cryptographic key for now. Okay, and if I go to address, sorry, if I go to the company, sorry, company list, and as this is, I'm adding both and attach cryptographic key, downloads, so adding, okay, so see, if I add the cryptographic key, some of the key is decoded and encoded for the invoicing. Okay, and for now I can add a address for the company. Maybe I can add dummy address for now. Okay, so what we are doing is we are going to add some dummy data for the company, for the company address. So I'm going to add this is the street, and this is city, town, and this is the local government, and this is the postal code, and FIRS state. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now everything is fine, and here is our supplier list. So this is our B2B supplier, and if you want to do not send data to FIRS, then just click uncheck, uncheck this button, and I'm going to customer list. So okay, so we have one of our B2B customer. This is a B2B customer, and another one is B2C customer. And for now, okay, let's start with both. So let's go to, currently I do not have any signed invoice here. Oh, one more thing, I have to go to add item here. Okay, for now I'm going to add a item here, like just for example, this is the item code. Say item code is item. This is like a SKU code or something like this. And this is product, FIRS type product, and FIRS product category. You can select your product category from here, or you can search your product by like this. And seller identification number is your product name. And if I hit save, after save, I can see the tax, or we have a VAT exemption product. If the item is VAT exempted, then you will see that the VAT exempted area thing. So this is VAT exempted. And if this is not VAT exempted, then you can go to tax and you can add like your tax, like 5% or something like that, like say let's start an standard VAT. So standard VAT is 7.5%. okay, let me save it and let me go back to standard VAT, hit save, and okay. So now I'm going to sell the creating a sales invoice. Let's create sales invoice. So for this, let's go to sales invoice. Wait. Okay. So here we have something like, this is the NRS invoice type. So if you want, you can select any type of invoice you want, but for sales invoice it's a commercial invoice. And here a transmission mode. So by default it's do not transmit, but if I select a customer, you can see that this is you check here, something is changed. This is the information instant transmission. So if I hit save, it's showing I need to add an item, and let's say 10,000 naira for the item, hit save. So the invoice is validate. Okay, invoice, this is a valid invoice and this is checked by NRS. Okay, if I hit submit, okay, invoice is created successfully in NRS. So if I go to NRS, you see a invoice just like happened here, and the status is pending, and the status showing pending. If you go to view the invoice, you check, see this is the Samsung charger, and this is the item Samsung charger, and this is the buyer. Here is our buyer, and this is the seller or the company. So here this is the company. Okay, now the invoice status, if I go back, you can see that invoice status just pending. What if I make payment against the invoice? Let's say I am making payment with cash, and oh, let me show you one more thing, that the tax breakup. this is 7,750 standard VAT applied. Okay, you see the total amount is 10,000 and 750 VAT is applied on the item. You see that it's automatically calculating everything. And this is your NRS, and if you want to validate your IRN, you can click the and IRN validated successfully. See, this is your valid IRN. So if you want to make payment against the IRN, if you want to make the whole payment, let's say I'm going to make whole payment for this, and I receive in cash, for example, I received in cash, and I hit save, and if I submit the payment, okay, I made the payment against the invoice. If I go back, then unpaid status will be paid here. If I reload, this is paid, and it should be paid here also. See, this is updated, and it's paid, and it's showing paid. You see that? So so everything is fine here, everything is fine. If you go to the invoice, you will see that your IRN, here is your IRN. If you check, okay, see that the IRN, let me copy the IRN and Control F. You see that the IRN is matched. This is the invoice we created in our software, and it automatically going to NRS. What if this is for B2B, right? This is for B2B. What if B2C? Okay, let's create an invoice for B2C. Okay, so check, this is B2C invoice, and here is the transmission mode. The transmission mode is set to transmit later, B2C, within 24 hours. So for B2C invoice, system can transmit the invoice within 24 hours. So here is the transmission mode we have implement. So if I hit save, so showing I need to add an item, for example I added this item, and if I hit save, the invoice is validated successfully. See, and if I hit save, check, you will see that this B2C invoice not coming here now, it will come here after 24 hours or within 24 hours. It not going to transmit now, it will transmit later. And we have implement one more thing for Nigerian businesses. Sometimes a business wants to sell, and they don't want to send the invoice to NRS, right? So for that, you can create a customer like regular customer not sent NRS, not sent to NRS. I'm just giving this tag to you to understand. So I hit save, and if you go to NRS additional information, I do not select any of the category. Okay, I do not select any of the category. So you can choose that the NRS will go to, and the invoice will transmit to NRS or not. Okay, so in sales invoice, if I come to regular customer, I select C. The invoice transmission set to do not transmit, do not transmit. Okay, so invoice is not going to transmit to NRS. Okay, see, if I hit save, nothing will pop up from NRS. If I hit save, see, nothing is pop up from NRS. If you see before, for B2B invoice and B2C invoice, we see here that an notification that invoice is validation by successfully by NRS, invoice is received by NRS, invoice is transmitted to NRS. You will get this notification, but now this is not your B2B, this is not your B2C. You just doing your regular sales here. You are doing your regular sales here, so this is not going to transmit here. Only it will transmit for your B2B customer, your B2B invoices and your B2C invoices, but not the invoice this. Okay, so submit. Yes, you see, nothing pop up from NRS, nothing pop up from NRS. So this invoice is not transmitted to NRS. If I show you again that, let me select a B2B customer. This is a B2B customer, your B2B customer, and when you select your items, then if you hit save, see, a notification comes from NRS that the invoice is valid, and this is the invoice is valid by NRS. If you submit, you will see the invoice will come here. You will see the invoice will come here. Invoice will come here. Maybe I need to reload the page. See, the invoice comes here, and check the IRN. Check the IRN. See, this is the invoice, and we can validate the IRN. We can check the validation of IRN. Yes, the invoice is valid. And if we create payment, against the invoice, save, submit, check, the invoice will be paid here. It will show paid here. It's paid. So this status also would be paid. Let it take a refresh. So it will show paid. Status will be paid. Maybe I need to refresh. See, it's reloading. Yeah, the invoice is paid. What if I cancel the invoice here? I cancel it. See, the payment entries are unlinked and the invoice is cancelled. So it will be cancelled here also. If I reload, yes, the invoice is rejected. The invoice is rejected. You see? So for example, if your invoice is B2B, it will instantly transmit to NRS. If your invoice is B2C, if your invoice is B2C, it will transmit later, like here, B2C customer, it will transmit after 24 hours or within 24 hours. And what if you sell to a regular customer and you do not want to transmit the invoice to NRS? It not going to there. See the status, do not transmit, do not transmit. I hope you understand. I hope you understand. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.